I can try to keep this about 5 minutes at least, you know. And this coming from a Bahamian. Usually from the Bahamas, a low population and stuff. You know, we so used to seeing nothing great coming from this place. And only recently I started noticing a lot of Bahamian athletes and mother secretary. It just hit me by a lot of Bahamians coming first and winning 400 meters. It seems like that's our thing, that's our race. To be honest with you, I didn't think Shaunae Miller was going to beat Felix, but I had no reason to believe that because I was watching all the races. Every time Shaunae would run against Felix, she would never beat her. She was always behind her. So my only thing before the race started, I was like, I know Miller can probably be right like 1 second behind Felix. And I just never expected that she would win, Red. We talking about Felix. We talking about Allyson Felix, but this girl fast. No joke. And you know, it's a lot of controversy already, Dread. From when people was right? From when people was flicking, from when she did dive like that, but even some of my folksies and cousins and them was we done was having debates about, but it wasn't really they were saying it really wasn't a real competition. They really saying Allyson was gonna win that if she didn't trip. And then now we hearing Miller talking stuff about she did trip. That's why she felt like that. There's a lot of things coming out. And all though, I got some things to say about the race. Miller, hey, this girl is a Bahamian like I is a Bahamian. But I gotta tell the truth and tell it out of this. Miller did a good job, but she started to blow. I'd say I started to see like at the last 40-50 meters, but she started to blow. I think her muscles started tightening up, and I was like, but the Jamaica girl was even gonna catch her up. And you know, I feel Miller should have run that race a bit different. I think Shaunae should have run it a bit different. She should have let Allyson, she should have keep Allyson Felix in front of her or somewhere in her view instead of just trying to run that race. See, because let's look at this thing realistically. If you watch the race, Allyson Felix was way in the back of her at around the 100 point. Allyson Felix was way behind the Dread, and I watch how Allyson Felix start closing the gap. Now there was no way. It's crazy because if Shaunae did see, that's the thing about running the 400 meters, but you gonna slow down at that 100 meters going up. You gonna slow down, and a lot of people is get beat like that. That's why you got to use strategy in the 400 meters, but don't just go there and just run. Don't just go there and just try to run the whole thing. No, you got to strategize. Miller, she started to blow, Dread, and that's what pissed me off. If she didn't blow, see, Allyson Felix, listen, when you run in a race like the 400 meters, there's no way in the world a girl could be way in the back of another girl and just close the gap like that. It's obvious. Allyson Felix, she would have won that, Red. She would have won that. I saying that as a Bahamian from what I've seen on the video. I think that Shaunae Miller should have used a different strategy. She should have at least go out there and run the way she ran. But after she reached like the 200 meters, if she doesn't see Allyson Felix in her view, slow a little down and wait until you get Allyson Felix next to you. Because when you reach that 100-meter point going up to the finish line, if you're gonna blow, you're gonna start, your muscles start tightening up, and that's what happened with Miller, with Shaunae Dread. Allyson Felix, I like she used strategy, Dread. She used strategy. She didn't let it get to head. Oh, I gotta win this Olympic medal. I gotta win this, and just go all out and just try to run the whole race. No, she stayed. Listen, she stayed behind Shaunae Miller for the whole time. She was intelligent enough to stay behind Shaunae Miller for the whole time. And when she reached to that close to that 40 meters, boy, I ain't never see that girl just close that gap so fast. But as a Bahamian, I am proud of Shaunae Miller that she did what she accomplished. And what I would like, I could always see her, okay, because they can celebrate her in Nassau. If I could get to her coach and let her coach know, she should have run it. She should have used a different strategy. I'm out.